Are we live? Okay. I'm JR Sparrow.
I'm Amy Lewis.
And we're about to do a podcast. So everybody, before we get started, you know that there's a pre-production and everything that's set up. I wanted to thank my lovely wife, Stacy, for handling everything. Me and Amy are just on-air talent. We don't do anything else. But, I mean, personally, right? So, quick thing real quick. This series, I've been doing podcasting since 2017. And Amy and I have a connection through a young man named Calvin Unroe. Calvin is a great guy that I went to school with. She went to school with him. And obviously they have way more history than I do with either one. But Calvin used to talk about you all the time when we were riding the bus home. Only a 10-minute ride, never on the way to school, but after school. My sixth grade year, which would be your seventh grade year. Such a great guy. I want to give him a quick shout out there. And everybody else that's from Rustburg, the teachers and everybody, too many to name. Miss Lipscomb, you know I got to give you a major shout out there. And everybody else. And we have Kristina Wright on. But before we get started, let's let the intro play. So here it goes.
WV Uncommon Place. This podcast is a variety podcast that houses numerous series to cover mental health, empowerment, podcast framework, and various intimate theories to get to know the hosts. Along with occasional movies reviews and dives in pop culture with our event podcast episodes. The Uncommon Place digs into bringing guests on that stories don't fit the mold and are very different. WV stands for the great state of West Virginia, and every quarter we cover something in West Virginia. Stacy and myself, JR, are your hosts, so please come along for this venture to our Uncommon Place.
Howdy, everybody. My name is JR Sparrow, and if anybody was here previously, you heard me say that. And I have a special guest with me today. This young lady that's with me here, I have known her for a long, long time. I met her in middle school, the great Rustburg Middle School that used to be there, but now there's the illustrious Rustburg Middle School. Her name is Amy Lewis. Some of you know her as Amy Gloss back then. Shout out to her brother Sean and their family. So real fast, like we do, something that's very nostalgic to the show, I ask, who is Amy Lewis?
Who is Amy Lewis? First and foremost, I am a mom. I have 4 awesome kids, and they are pretty much my life.
Okay. Now, you come on this show with a story that has captivated our community. Now, the one thing I will say about Rustburg, we are a very tight community, but we're a loose community in this thing. When someone goes through a transformation or something happens, we are there to support each other. And when things happen, you know, that are sometimes sideways, people hear about it in our closed groups. We talk with each other. Or the great thing about Rustburg also, shout out to Ashley Vire for this one. We're all connected by someone. So me and you are connected by Ashley Vire, which is connected to another Ashley, and this one and that one. So that's how our communities work in Rustburg. We all grew up at different points and different times, but we were all in the same area. As long as we were all in the same yearbook, we were pretty much connected at some point. Now, Amy, you in school, you never know the image of who you are until someone else tells you. Because we just go to school, we don't care who we are. I had blonde hair in my freshman year. You know, and now it's black. So the thing is, you were the cheerleader. If there was something that went on with cheerleading, you were every part of it. If I had to write a book on cheerleading, I would go, and I know you're Amy Lewis now, but I would say Amy Gloss, Cheerleading 101. And then I'd have Miss Lipscomb looking and pointing on the cover. So here's my thing. Tell us how life went from high school to where you are today.
Yes. That is true. I love cheerleading. I bleed Rustburg blood even to this day. And coming out of high school, I went straight into pretty much being a mom. My oldest was born, I was graduated in 2003, and my oldest was born in 2006, and literally jumped right into family life. And my main focus has been my children. So my focus came off of myself, and went to my children. So I think that's how I kind of ended up in the situation weight-wise that I did. I didn't care about myself, put myself last until last year.
Okay. Now let's go back into the process, like because we all changed. There's two things that happen in life. When we get to our middle age, we can either hit the spread or you get smaller. And in my case, I've always been 200 pounds. Like that's what I wrestled in school, and I just always stayed there. Now you obviously changed in things. So did it start out as emotional eating, or what type of eating turned you into the person that you were, not who you are now?
Yeah. Well, it started from when cheerleading ended. I conditioned all the time with cheerleading, and so I could eat however I wanted in high school and not gain. So once cheerleading stopped, kept eating the way that I was, pounds started getting put on. Then after pregnancy, I had gained a lot with my very first pregnancy, and that weight just didn't come off like it should have. And then, yes, I definitely was an emotional eater. Emotional eating is a real thing. You go through a lot of trials in life, and I turned to food for comfort. I went through several pregnancies. I went through a divorce, went through a really big relationship after that as well, and postpartum depression hit as well, and it just kept adding up. And I had lost, before Avi was born, I had lost a lot of weight for my brother Sean's wedding, and did that naturally, going, eating right and working out. And then after Avi's pregnancy, I went through some really tough times and fell into some depression, ate again, and it just kept adding up.
Okay.
And then after Axel's pregnancy, it wasn't coming off again.
Ooh.
Like, I don't know if it was age or what, but I was trying and trying and trying. It just wasn't coming off. So turned to bariatric.
Okay. And I know how it is because, like, I'll be honest, I wrestled in different things, but I would eat a whole thing of Oreos.
Oh, yeah.
The family size. I didn't need the regular one. You could just take it away. And I would drink half a gallon of milk with it. Or ice cream. Was ice cream your thing?
Oh, I love ice cream.
Chocolate chip cookie dough, putting hot fudge on it, then putting shell on it.
Yeah.
That's how gangster I was. Like,
Yeah.
I really would eat it. And the comfort that you get from it, even though it's quick, it's settling because you always know you can go back to it.
Yeah.
It's almost a odd way of almost having a drug addiction to a
It
degree.
is. Yeah.
And the thing is in our communities, when we're eating, people want to eat with us, and then they want to continue us. And if we're growing and they're growing, nobody's going to say anything.
Yeah.
And my question to you is, like, the hardest thing that we do as adults now in our 30s, well, I'm 40 now, so.
Same here.
Yeah, happy 40 for you too. In our 30s, we had to look in the mirror. And in looking in the mirror, what changed after your last child? Like, what changed in you? And you said, I am going back to the Amy Lewis /Gloss that I was in high school and middle school.
Yeah. Last year, 2024, I had spent January through April going back to working out, eating right. I spent those 4 months really like going at it, and nothing was happening. And I was so frustrated. I had a couple of friends who had been through bariatric surgery already, had really good luck with that. And I was like, tell me more. Tell me more, please. Like, what do you have to do to look into this? Started looking up all the different ways. And I was like, you know what? It is my time, mom's time. My kids are older. I mean, I have a 19-year-old, but I also have a 5-year-old. I was like, he's independent now. It's me time. And so I looked into the bariatric surgery. There was 6 months worth of things that you have to do leading up to the surgery.
All right, and can you break that down for us? I do know one thing, and this is one thing that's key and major, is the mental evaluation.
Yeah.
Can you tackle that first for us and then
Yeah.
go on to the rest of it?
The psychiatric evaluation, very long interview that you have. You have to be